Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I've got another workout for you guys, another Bulgarian training. Sorry about the lighting at first here. I was trying to get the window open, then I realized we had other lighting I could drag in here easily from Brittany's studio over in the other room. And so we brought some lighting in after the squats for the bench and all, and so I've got better lighting here. I'm not 100% happy with today's workout. I'm not. I mean, the squats were really easy. My sleep got disrupted a little bit last night. I missed that 225 press, so my strength was just, it just wasn't feeling there today. It wasn't feeling there other than on squats. Squats were good. Squats were good. My upper body strength was shot. And you've got to take individual days like that. That's one of the things that you have to factor in with Bulgarian training. You're capable of lifting what you're capable of lifting. And there are going to be days where your minimum, your daily minimum, feels 20 or 30 or even 50 pounds heavier than it should. You know, and people's daily minimums, the stronger they get on this sort of training, the bigger the discrepancy becomes. Like, I've heard of guys who squat over 600 pounds whose daily minimums are like 550 on this sort of training. So literally 80 pounds less than they're doing in comp, and sometimes their daily ends up being 605 or 610, but their minimum is 550. And I had to take some daily minimums today, and I chose not to overhead press today. I'm really only doing the press 3 to 4 times a week. And because I missed that press yesterday, my strength was gone. And so I thought, later in here I tried to squat again at the end, because I thought the squats were so easy, at least I have some lower body strength. Didn't happen. And we'll get to that in a minute. But these squats were just really easy today. I was able to just sink them deep, come up fast. The bar is flopping. So that's the other thing you're looking for. If you see that bar flap, and if I were to slow these down, you'd see what I was talking about. I was looking at the frame by frame. That bar is bouncing 3 or 4 times at my lockout when I slowed it down frame by frame, like on the heaviest set. So I've got good speed. I've got good power. The squats felt great. And we're just going to keep slowly moving forward. Remember, the goal here is to get to 500 as my everyday squat. I'm not just trying to get to a 500 squat. We're trying to get to 500 every day, you know, to be able to come in 7 days a week and squat 500. It's going to happen. I'm going to have to be consistent. Now, a few people had asked me, hey, do you plan on losing more body fat? Yeah, obviously. What I'm finding right now with this training, the amount of workload I'm doing, even though I cut my cardio out, I'm not gaining weight. My body weight is holding constant, and I'm eating about as much food as I can comfortably eat. Just like whole food every day. And what I mean by whole food: rice, vegetables, lean meat, lots of meat, lots of low-fat and fat-free dairy. I mean, I'm eating whole foods, and I've got a voracious appetite. I'm not even gaining weight, eating about as much as I can comfortably put down without being uncomfortable. So I imagine that as my squat goes up, my energy turnover is going to keep going up. And then when I start throwing in barbell complexes, yeah, I'll lose body fat. I'm probably not going to be able to maintain my body weight. That'll be a good thing. But yeah, that was just really easy. Just, well, no big deal. Bench press, I was sore. As soon as I started warming up on the bench press, I realized I was sore. Now, a lot of people say doing Bulgarian style training that they don't get sore. For me, it seems to be dependent on a lot of things. A lot of days I don't get sore at all. But because I missed and had to grind on a press yesterday on camera, my pecs are sore, my delts are sore, my triceps are sore. So even my bench, I noticed it ramping up. So I went up to 305 today on my close grip pause bench. I went up to 305. That's my daily minimum. So I hope you guys don't think I hit the 315 I did yesterday every day. I have managed to squeeze out a 325 after having a day off from training and resting, coming in fresh. So I've done that recently. But, you know, a good day is 315 on my close grip right now. My minimum is 305. If I hit 305, I'm happy. But like yesterday, I did 305 and it was easy. So I went ahead and threw another 10 on and did 315. Today, my 305, you know, it felt heavy. It was like that's all I've got in me today. And that's all we're looking for. Can you do a relatively heavy training max? A training max that fatigues you. And because you got to remember, this is all about accumulative fatigue, getting as many first reps as you can, lifting heavy all the time so that you're just in the mindset and mode of lifting heavy. And the longer you do this sort of training, because I haven't been back to it that long, the easier it gets. And it's just all about fatigue management and everything else in your life. But, you know, 305 is fine. 305 is fine. I'm happy with that because I try to do that every day. And as long as I can do that every day, it's good. And eventually that'll go up. Eventually my daily minimum will be 315. Then it'll end up being 325, 335. You know, and I'm going to say if we can get up to where I'm doing 345 every day on a close grip bench, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I know that for me, if I do that, 400 won't be that far away, that 400 will be within reach, or 405. 405 is kind of a magic number on the bench press. And I haven't benched 405 in 11 or 12 years. Been a long time. So I think we can get that back, especially with just the right accessory work. A lot of people are asking, hey, what do you do when, you know, you feel like you need some exercise variation on this bench? Well, that's why I have floor press. And if need be, I will buy some other stuff, guys. If need be, I'll buy a dip attachment. Need be, I'll buy a trap bar. You know, I'm not afraid of exercise variation. In fact, I'm a believer in it. There are times when exercise variation helps you push through. It will help you push through. But here's my 305. Honestly, I was surprised when I saw it on camera. I looked at this footage afterwards. I'm like, really? Maybe I should have gone for 315 because that didn't even look hard. It looked like an opener. It looked like an opener. But it felt hard. You know, it was one of those where I pulled it down, paused it briefly, exploded up, and it felt slow to me. On camera, it's like, oh, well, that wasn't slow. It wasn't slow. See, because I come down, boom. I mean, that wasn't that slow. To me, that felt like a 3 or 4 second rep on the way up. That's what it felt like. You know, it is what it is. So I'd stopped there. So, you know, that's good. Let's see how tomorrow does, because we take each day as it comes. I'm working on getting that dead hang on these chin-ups. This is probably my weakest lift right now, and I admit that. The chin-up is my weakest lift. I know I need to put a lot of focus on it, so I am going to do chin-ups every day. Every day. Because I know they need to get better. And I know they'll help me with my other lifts. Chin-ups are good for building stability on your other pressing. It's good for helping build some of your upper back, mid-back. That'll help me with my deadlifts and squats. And chin-ups are just an all-around good exercise. You know, especially you guys chasing aesthetics. I mean, if you get to where you can chin 100 pounds over your body weight or more, you're going to have big biceps. I mean, I'm not even doing that yet, and I don't have tiny, tiny biceps. They're not bodybuilder size, but they're not tiny. So you guys get the idea. You get stronger than I am on the chin up relative to your body weight. You're going to have some guns. And it's going to build your back, and it's going to build your core. It helps with the long head of the tricep, your traps, rear delts. I mean, chin-ups are just a good exercise. There's no excuse not to do weighted chin-ups. There's no excuse. All right, here we go. This one was hard. Look at that. I stopped and I had to grind. Look at me. Oh, barely got the chest. That last second, I couldn't hold it. It took me, like, what was that, 4 seconds to get that all the way up? That's hilarious. All right, guys, I decided, all right, my upper body was shot because that killed me. And my pecs and delts and everything were sore. I'm like, I'm not doing any more upper body work. Let me go back and see if I can squat again. Squats were so easy. All right, I set the bar too low, setting this back up. And I felt that this 315 was like, man, that was kind of heavy. That was kind of heavy. What the hell? So I did this one. I moved the J-hooks back up, took all the plates back off. Moved the J-hooks up a notch, put all the plates back on and did it again. But look at that. I mean, it looked fast, but it was just like, that felt a little heavier than 315. And no, I didn't ramp back up because I'm already warmed up. I already did squats today. Figure a small ramp up, it would be good. So I grabbed this 375. This felt as heavy as my peak set. This felt as heavy as my peak set. And I said, you know what? I'm done for the day. That's it. That's it. I don't need a fourth lift. This was a little more squat volume. I'm going to need to soak my legs in some hot water so I can get up in the morning and squat again. We're going to call it quits. I might, if I feel better, in an hour or two, do a few hang cleans and work on my hook grip and stuff. But we'll see. I'll play that by ear. You know, that sort of stuff's optional. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.